Have a nice day. Glad to meet you. See again this video. Already we are seeing about geography lesson 1 interior of the earth. I hope you are learning. Okay, what are the interior of the earth? The crust, the mantle, the core, isn't it? What is crust? Crust is also classified into continental crust, oceanic crust. Then the mantle. Mantle also divided into upper mantle and lower mantle. The core. The core also classified into outer core and inner core. What is it? You already studied, I think. Then lithosphere, asthenosphere, barysphere. Then we saw this one. Then earth movements. Lithosphere also the plates. Lithosphere plates also divided into endogenic forces and exogenic forces. We will see about today the earthquake, isn't it? We will see about the earthquake. First we will see about the definition. A sudden movement of a portion of the earth's crust which produces a shaking or trembling is known as an earthquake. What is earthquake? That is a sudden movement of the earth crust. That is called earthquake, isn't it? Okay. Earthquakes may cause widespread damage to life and property, isn't it? The damage is very heavy. The point where these vibrations originated is called the focus. Okay, where is the earthquake start? That place is called focus. The point of the earth's surface directly above the, if here focus, then directly the upper. Okay, we come to upper. Then that point is called, the point of the earth's surface directly above the focus is called the epicenter. From the focus, the earthquake, that is vibration, isn't it? Like that vibration it will come. So that travel in different directions in the form of seismic waves. So what is focus? Then epicenter. What is seismic waves? What is the focus? The point where these vibrations originate is called the focus. The point of the earth's surface is directly above the focus is called epicenter. From the focus, the earthquake vibrations travel in different directions in the form of seismic waves. Okay, already I told, isn't it? You see here. Then what is seismograph? Okay. This is the measurement of, we will do this, we will use this machines for taking the measurement of earthquake. Okay, the earthquake waves are recorded by an instrument. That name is seismograph. The magnitude of an earthquake is measured by the Richter scale. The number of on this scale range from 0 to 9. An earthquake of 2.0 on Richter scale or less can be felt only a little. We feel little shaking only. An earthquake over 5.0 on Richter scale can cause damage from things falling. Then 6.0 Richter scale or higher magnitude is considered very strong, and 7.0 on Richter scale is classified as a major earthquake. There are three types of earthquake waves. P waves are longitudinal waves, S waves are transverse waves, then L waves are surface waves. These are we will see about in the detail in the next class. Next class means next standard. Okay. Now we will see up the causes of the earthquake. You know, isn't it? What happened that time in the earthquake time? Yes, the chief cause of the earthquake is the sudden slipping of the portion of the earth crust along fractures or faults. The movement of the molten rocks underneath the surface produce strains which break the rocks apart. The sudden shifting of landmass causes upheavals in the crust of the earth, sending vibrations or waves into the surrounding portion of the earth. Sometimes the surface of the earth itself crack. Another cause of earthquake is volcanic activity. A violent or explosive eruption often causes the earth in its vicinity to quake. Earthquakes are often common in most volcanic areas. Okay, now we will see about the effect. What is the effect? Maybe the changes in the earth surface. Vibrations often set landslides in the mountain region. A greater danger in an earthquake is the falling of buildings. Most of the houses which collapsed were made of mud and bricks and proved to be death traps also. Fire is another greater danger, isn't it? Undergo water system is naturally disturbed by such movements. Okay. Then an earthquake which originates below or near the sea causes a great disturbance in the water. The floods and waves cause great loss of life, sometimes more than the earthquake itself. Tsunami, you know about the tsunami, isn't it? The Japanese term, that word is the name given to the huge wave. Tsunami is the huge wave caused in the sea by an earthquake. It will be happen for earthquake. It will be earthquake will come. Tsunami also we will expect it. Tsunamis are quite common along the coasts of Japan and other regions in the Pacific Ocean. We know, all of you know, on 26th December 2004, tsunami in the Indian Ocean, the coastal area of Indonesia, India, Sri Lanka, Thailand, etc. They caused immense damage to life and property in the coastal area. Now, distribution of the earthquake, where it will come, how distribute. The world's distribution of earthquakes coincide very closely with that of volcanoes. Regions of greatest seismicity are circum-Pacific areas. The Pacific areas with the epicenter and the most frequent occurrence along the Pacific ring of fire. You see here all pink color denoted the earthquake zones. Always earthquake come here. It is said that about 68% of the earthquakes occur in this belt. 31% of earthquakes take place in the Mediterranean and Himalayan belt here, this side. Mediterranean and Himalayan belt, including Asia Minor, the Himalayas and the parts of northwest China. Remaining percent of the earthquake occur in northern Africa here. Northern Africa and Rift Valley areas of the Red Sea and Dead Sea. In India, the Himalayan region and the Ganga Brahmaputra, here Ganga Brahmaputra, Indian side, Ganga Brahmaputra valley are prone to earthquakes. The number of earthquakes have been experienced in this region. Okay, we'll see in India. Some of them were very severe and caused extensive damage. Example, the earthquake of Uttarkasi in 1991 and Chamoli in 1999. Deccan Plateau, which was supposed to be comparatively free from dangers of the earthquake, has experienced two severe earthquakes in the past, the Koina earthquake in 1967 and the Latur earthquake in 1993. Then volcano. What is volcano? Volcano is a vent or an opening in the earth crust through which hot magma erupts from deep below the surface. This is the vent, opening place. Okay, what is volcano? A volcano is a vent or opening in the earth crust through which hot magma, this is magma is come out from deep below the surface. The opening is usually circular in form. Volcanic eruptions may also take place through a long crack or fissure through which steam and other material flow out. Okay, here the molten rock material within the earth together with gases is called magma. What is magma? The molten rock material within the earth together with gases is called magma. After it rises to the surface, it is called lava. Okay, this is coming time, that is magma, then come outside, that is lava. Okay, in course of time, lava and other materials flow out of a volcano, accumulate around the opening and form a conical hill or a mountain. Conical, you see the always coming out the magma, then like this coming, isn't it, this side and this side, then that shape will come cone shape, isn't it, that cone shape, conical hill or a mountain. Vent is an opening mouth. Already I said vent. What is vent? Vent is an opening or mouth of a volcano. The top of the cone is usually marked by a funnel shaped. This one is look like funnel shape. So top of the cone, a depression which is called, that is crater. Okay. The crater of a volcano is a great size. If it will be come to great size, the crater is come to great size, the shaped like a basin. So that is called caldera. Calderas are caused by violent explosions which blow away entire tops of great zones. Then causes of volcanic activity. The temperature increases as the depth increases. Okay, the temperature increases as the depth increases at the rate of 1 degree centigrade for every 35 minutes. There is also great pressure. At the depth of about 15 km, the pressure is about 5 tons per centimeter square of rock. Under these circumstances, the interior of the earth is in a semi-molten state called magma. Already I said magma. The magma under great pressure has the capacity to dissolve great volume of gas. Some gases are also combustible. This makes volcanic material burst forth through the weak spots in the earth's crust. Okay, where is have weak spots, that is not strengthened place, that place is the volcanic material is burst, that place that earth crust are broken. This makes volcanic material burst forth through the weak spots in the earth crust. Okay, we want to study about the volcanoes, that is called volcanology. That some people research about the volcanoes, isn't it? That people called volcanologist. Okay, now we will see about the nature of volcanic eruption. Sometimes magma rises slowly to the surface and spreads over a vast area. This is known as the fissure eruption. Okay, fissure eruption. Fissure eruption. Some plateaus and plains have been formed in this way. Example, Deccan Plateau in India and Columbian Plateau in North America. If the magma rises quickly to the surface, lava is thrown high into the atmosphere. Besides, what is have lava, ash, steam, gases, then pieces of rocks are also thrown out. This type of eruption is known as explosive eruption. First one is fissure eruption. Next one is explosive eruption. The terrible explosion on the island of Krakatoa, 27th August 1883. It happened in Indonesia is an example for explosive type of eruption. That time, which one will come outside? Which one came outside? Lava, ash, steam, gases, piece of rocks. Okay, lava flow is affected by viscosity. Okay, viscosity. What is the, for example, if you have the honey, you pour it, it will come slowly and slowly, isn't it? But the water, if you pour the water, it will come immediately, isn't it? That is a viscosity. For example, honey has high viscosity, so it flows slowly, whereas water has low viscosity, so it flows easily. The viscosity of lava is determined by the amount of silica and water in magma. High viscosity lava is rich in silica and has little water. Low viscosity lava has little silica but a lot of water. So it moves rapidly, forming smooth slopes. Okay, now we will see about the types of volcanoes. Here classified based upon the shape of a volcano depends on the type of lava and the force of the eruption. Okay, the shape of the volcanoes depends on the type of lava and force of the eruption. On the basis of the shape, there are three types: shield volcano, cinder cone volcano, composite volcano. Shield volcano is formed by quiet eruption. Then here, based on periodically of eruption, active volcanoes, dormant volcanoes, extinct volcanoes. We will see about shield volcano. Now what is that? Shield volcano. Look like a shield. Okay. Shield volcano is formed by quiet eruption of lava with a low silica content. Such as a volcano has a wide base and cone with gentle slopes. This, for example, Hawaii Islands. Can see in Hawaii Islands. The next one is cinder volcano. Here silica rich magma traps gases inside the volcano until enough pressure is built to push the magma out of the earth crust. This type of volcano erupts, it shoots gases as etc. Such volcanoes have steep slopes or made up of cinder and ash. Example, volcanoes of Mexico and Central America. The next one is called composite volcano. These volcanoes are made up of alternate layers of lava, cinder and ash. So this is also called stratovolcano. Example, St. Helens, USA. Then we will see about the active adornment extinct volcanoes. This is active, always in active, anytime the magma coming outside, that is lava coming outside, so that is called active volcanoes. The volcanoes are grouped according to the periodicity and eruptions of such as active, dormant, extinct. Active volcanoes that erupt frequently are called active volcanoes. For example, there are about 600 active volcanoes in the world, such as Mount Stromboli in Mediterranean Sea, St. Helens in USA, Pinatubo in Philippines, Maulana in Hawaii. This is the world's biggest active volcano. Stromboli is known as the lighthouse of Mediterranean Sea. Dormant volcano. Dormant volcano is sometimes it come lava or sometimes not come. So that is dormant volcanoes. Volcanoes have shown no sign of activity for many years, but they may become active at any time. Okay, cannot see anything, any sign in the volcanoes, but sometimes active. Anytime it will be active. So it is called sleeping volcanoes also. Then, for example, Mount Fujiyama. Mount Fujiyama in Japan, Vesuvius mountain of Italy, Mount Krakatoa, Indonesia. This is the famous examples of types. Then extinct. Extincts, almost dead volcano. Okay, it will not anything come in from the this volcanoes. Extinct, the top of the extinct volcanic mountains have been eroded. Mount Popa of Myanmar and Mount Kilimanjaro and Mount Kenya of Africa. This is the example of extinct volcanoes. Now we will see about the distribution of volcanoes in the world. Volcanoes are located in clearly defined pattern around the world. They are closely related to regions that have been intensively folded or faulted. There are about 500 active volcanoes and thousands of dormant and extinct ones. There are three major zones of volcanic activities in the world. That is the Circum-Pacific Belt, the Mid-Continental Belt, the Mid-Atlantic Belt. We'll see about that. Circumbelt, what is that? This is the volcanic zone of the convergent oceanic plate boundary. It includes the volcanoes of the eastern and western coastal areas of Pacific Ocean. Next one, mid-continental belt. This is the volcanic zone of convergent continental plate boundaries that includes the volcanoes of alpine mountain chains, the Mediterranean Sea and the fault zone of eastern Africa. The last one, mid-Atlantic belt. This belt represents the divergent boundary of plates located along the mid-Atlantic ridges. For example, Saint Helena and Azores Island are the other examples. Iceland is the most active volcanoes area and is located on mid-Atlantic ridge. That is the Helena and Azores is the another one example of mid-Atlantic belt. Okay, I gave the question also. Book back one words question answer, you see. Okay, thank you, ma'am. You do the today homework is choose odd one, match. You do it. This one, choose, match, odd one. You write only the answer. Thank you.